Hey everyone, welcome back to Native Speakers Channel. I'm Sarah, and I'm so glad you're here with us today. We've got a really fun and relatable conversation lined up for you, so grab a cup of coffee or tea and let's dive in together.
Thanks, Sarah. Hey, everybody, I'm Johnny. So today we're going to talk about something that's really close to all of our hearts. Family. We'll be discussing family relationships, traditions, and all those little things that make family life interesting. So Sarah, let's start with the basics. Tell me about your family.
Well, I come from a pretty typical family, I'd say. I have two older brothers, which meant growing up was always an adventure. My parents are still together after 35 years of marriage, which is really wonderful. What about you, Johnny? What's your family like?
I'm actually an only child, so my experience was quite different from yours. I always wondered what it would be like to have siblings. Did you and your brothers get along when you were kids?
Oh, that's such a mixed bag. When we were really young, we fought constantly over the silliest things. Who got to sit in the front seat of the car? Who got the last cookie? Typical stuff. But as we got older, especially once we all moved out, we became really close. Now I can't imagine my life without them. Do you ever feel like you missed out not having brothers or sisters?
You know, sometimes I do. I think I missed out on that built-in friendship and someone to share childhood memories with. But on the flip side, I got all of my parents' attention, which had its perks. I was never bored, though. I had a lot of cousins, and we'd get together for holidays and summers.
That's really nice. Family gatherings are so important, aren't they? Speaking of which, what are some traditions your family has? Any special holidays or celebrations you do every year?
Oh, definitely. Every Thanksgiving, my extended family, we're talking aunts, uncles, cousins, the whole crew. We all gather at my grandparents' house. Well, we used to when they were alive. Now we rotate houses, but we still do it every year. It's chaotic with probably 30 people crammed into one house, but it's also the best day of the year. What about your family traditions?
That sounds absolutely lovely. For us, Christmas Eve is the big one. My mom makes this incredible Italian feast. We're talking 7 different fish dishes. It's called the Feast of the Seven Fishes. It takes her literally all day to prepare. And we all sit around the table for hours eating and talking and laughing. My brothers and I try to help, but honestly, she's so particular about everything that we usually just end up taste testing.
7 fish dishes? Wow, that's impressive. Is that something that's been passed down through generations?
Exactly. It came from my great-grandmother who immigrated from Italy. She brought the tradition with her, and it's been a part of our family ever since. It's really special because when we're eating that meal, we feel connected to our heritage and to family members who aren't with us anymore. Do you have anything like that in your family?
We do, actually. My grandmother's recipe for apple pie. I know that sounds so American and simple, but it's the best apple pie you'll ever taste. She had this secret ingredient that she finally revealed to my mom and me just a few years ago, a tiny bit of cheddar cheese in the crust. Sounds weird, but it works. Every time I smell that pie baking, I'm transported back to being a kid in her kitchen.
Oh, I love that. Food really does have a way of bringing back memories, doesn't it? Now let's talk about something a bit different. How has your relationship with your parents changed as you've gotten older?
That's a great question. When I was a teenager, like most teenagers, I thought my parents didn't understand anything. I wanted my independence so badly. But now that I'm in my 30s, I find myself calling them for advice all the time. I'll be dealing with something at work or in my personal life, and I think, what would mom or dad do? It's funny how you start to appreciate their wisdom once you're facing similar challenges yourself.
I completely relate to that. I remember being so embarrassed by my dad when I was in high school. He'd tell these corny jokes and I'd just cringe. Now when I visit home, I actually ask him to tell me those same jokes because they make me laugh and feel nostalgic. Plus, I've started telling them to my own friends. I guess we really do turn into our parents eventually.
That's so true. I catch myself saying things my dad used to say, and I have to stop and laugh at myself. Things like, money doesn't grow on trees, or we're not heating the whole neighborhood when someone leaves a door open.
Oh my gosh, yes. Or because I said so, I swore I'd never say that. But here we are. Speaking of which, do you think you want to have kids of your own someday?
I do, actually.
I think about it a lot. Being an only child, I think I'd want to have at least 2 kids so they'd have each other. But it's also a little scary, the responsibility of raising another human being. What about you? You come from a bigger family. Does that make you want the same for yourself?
I definitely want kids, probably 2 or 3. Growing up with brothers, even though we fought sometimes, taught me so much about sharing, compromise, and just having people who have your back no matter what. I'd love to give that experience to my own children. But you're right, it is intimidating. I look at my parents now and I'm amazed at everything they managed. Working full time, keeping the house running, getting us to all our activities, and somehow staying sane.
It really is incredible what parents do. I think you don't really appreciate it until you're an adult and you realize all the sacrifices they made. My parents paid for my college education, which wasn't cheap, and they never made me feel guilty about it. That's something I'm really grateful for.
That's a wonderful gift. I think one thing I've learned as I've gotten older is that family isn't just about the people you're related to by blood. It's about the people who show up for you, who support you, who celebrate your victories, and help you through your struggles. I have friends who feel like family to me.
Absolutely. I call them my chosen family. There are friends I've had since college who know me better than some of my relatives do. They're the ones I call when something big happens, good or bad. That's really what family is about, that support system and unconditional love.
Exactly. And I think that's become even more important in today's world where families are often spread out geographically. My brothers and I live in 3 different states now. We don't see each other as often as we'd like, but we have a group chat where we talk every day. Technology has really helped keep families connected in ways that weren't possible before.
That's so true. My parents are still a bit old school with technology, but we've gotten them set up with video calls, and now my mom calls me for a video chat at least once a week. She loves being able to see my face while we talk. Though I'll admit, sometimes I'm not ready for a video call and she doesn't quite get the concept of a warning.
Oh, that's hilarious. My dad does the same thing. He'll video call me at random times, and I'm like, Dad, I'm at the grocery store. But it's sweet, really. They just want to feel connected. What's been the biggest challenge in your family relationships as an adult?
I think for me, it's been setting boundaries while still maintaining closeness. When you're living at home, your parents are involved in every aspect of your life. As an adult, you want independence, but you also don't want to hurt their feelings or make them feel shut out. Finding that balance has been tricky. Like, my mom used to call me every single morning, and it was starting to feel like too much, but I didn't know how to tell her without making her sad.
How did you handle that?
I eventually just had an honest conversation with her. I explained that I loved talking to her, but that I needed a bit more space in my daily routine. We compromised. Now we have a standing weekly dinner date where we catch up properly, and she can call me other times if something important comes up. She understood, and honestly, our relationship is better for it because I'm not feeling overwhelmed.
That's really mature of both of you. Communication is so important in family relationships, just like in any relationship. I had a similar situation with my brothers. They were still treating me like their baby sister, being overprotective and giving me unsolicited advice. I had to sit them down and say, I love you guys, but I'm a grown woman now. I need you to trust my decisions. It was a bit awkward, but necessary.
Good for you. It's interesting how family dynamics continue to evolve throughout our lives, isn't it? The relationships we have with our family members at age 10, 20, 30, and beyond, they're all so different.
They really are. And let's talk about extended family for a moment. Aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents. How close are you with your extended family?
My grandparents were a huge part of my life growing up. Since I was an only child, I spent a lot of time with them, and they really helped shape who I am. My grandfather taught me how to fish and work with my hands, and my grandmother was the one who got me interested in reading. Sadly, they've both passed away now, but I think about them all the time. As for cousins, I have about 15 of them, and we're pretty close. We've grown apart a bit as we've all gotten older and busier, but we still make an effort to see each other when we can.
I'm sorry about your grandparents. It sounds like they were wonderful people. I'm lucky that my grandparents are still around, though they're getting older and need more help now. It's been a role reversal in a way. Now we're taking care of them like they took care of us. My grandmother has some memory issues, and it's been hard watching that, but we try to spend as much quality time with them as we can.
That must be challenging. It's hard to see the people who are always so strong and capable needing help. But it's also a beautiful thing that you're able to be there for them now.
It is, and it's taught me a lot about patience and compassion. Family really does teach you so much about life, doesn't it? The good, the bad, the frustrating, the joyful. It's all part of the experience.
Definitely. And I think one thing that's important to remember is that no family is perfect. We all have our issues, our difficult relatives, our complicated histories. But at the end of the day, for most of us, family is still that foundation we can return to.
Well said. Even when things are messy or complicated, there's something about family that keeps us connected, whether it's shared memories, shared values, or just shared DNA. Those bonds are pretty powerful.
They really are. So before we wrap up, let me ask you this. What's the most important lesson your family has taught you?
Ooh, that's a big question. I think the most important thing my family taught me is resilience. My parents went through some tough financial times when we were growing up, but they never let us see them panic or give up. They just kept working hard, supporting each other, and finding solutions. That taught me that no matter what life throws at you, you can get through it, especially when you have people who love you by your side. What about you?
For me, I think it's the importance of showing up. My parents showed up for every school play, every soccer game, every important moment, even when they were exhausted from work. That taught me that love is about being present, being there for the people who matter. It's not just about saying, I love you, it's about demonstrating it through your actions and your time.
That's beautiful, Johnny. And I think that's a perfect note to end on. Family is about showing up, supporting each other, and creating those memories and traditions that make life meaningful.
Absolutely. Whether your family is big or small, traditional or non-traditional, biological or chosen, it's those relationships that really enrich our lives.
Well, everyone, thank you so much for joining us for this conversation about family. We hope you enjoyed it, and maybe it made you think about your own family in a new way. Johnny, thanks for sharing your stories with us today.
Thanks for having me, Sarah, and to everyone watching or listening, give your family a call today or send them a message. Let them know you're thinking about them. Trust me, they'll appreciate it.
Great advice. All right, everyone, until next time, take care and keep practicing your English. We'll see you soon on Native Speakers Channel. Bye, everyone.